Hello, class 6. Good morning, girls. How are you today? Today is the 11th of March, Wednesday. Yesterday we spoke about vocabulary book and our lesson was about analogy, and because the video was compressed and was very short, I will repeat the explanation again. So pay attention. Analogy, this is the word of our lesson. It's a comparison between two pairs of words. So if we want to compare any words, we use two words. We use the word analogy. We call it analogy. So analogy means to compare two words. Okay, for comparing, we use two dots between these two words. Why we put it? This mark stands for something which is related to something else. We will explain this later after telling the or explaining the kinds. We have 12 kinds of analogies. Number one, let's start it. Number one, this is repetition of yesterday's lesson. Number one is the synonym, which means the similar meanings. Two words have the similar meanings. Find, for example, find and locate. So find means if you find something, it means you locate this thing. And also dry and arid has the same meaning. Okay, two words have the same meaning. Number two, antonym. Antonym means the opposite meaning, and this is yani before you have already take this before synonym and antonym. So any two words have the opposite meaning, we call it antonym. Like for example, find and lose. Okay, this find and lose, big and small, big, short and tall. So any two words with different or opposite meaning, we call it antonym. Number three, the third kind of the analogy, cause and effect. Not the meaning of cause and effect. Something can cause something else. Gift, for example, if I give you a gift, this will cause you joy and to be happy. Okay, and if it rains too much, this will cause a flood. So the relationship between these two words is cause and effect. Kind number four, part and whole. Something is a part of something else. This is the meaning of part and whole. So again, something which is a part of something else. For example, chapter and book. Chapter is a part of the book. And if I say, for example, introduction or conclusion, so this is the part of an essay. So is it clear? Inshallah, everything will be clear with the examples, more examples in the book. Number five, classification. Something is classified as something else. For example, if we say frog, this animal, frog, what's the classification of this animal? It is amphibian. And if we say musician, also pianist. So the classification of pianist, he is a member of the musician. And if we say banana, also the classification of this banana is a fruit. It comes from the fruit group. Okay, you understand the meaning of classification? So classification means something which is classified as something else. Okay. The kind number six, characteristic equality. What is the meaning of characteristic equality? It means that one quality of something. So if we have, for example, fish, if I ask you what the quality or give me one quality of the fish, you will tell me slippery. So we will write fish, two dots. Don't forget to put two dots between the two words, fish and slippery. And also give me one characteristic of the poppy, of the poppies. It's furry. We say it's the poppies are furry. Okay. So characteristic equality means one equality of this animal or of this thing or of this place. Okay. If I say, for example, another example of the mountain, if I say, for example, mountain, give me one characteristic of the mountain, we can say steep, okay? So, steep and mountain are two words that has a characteristic quality and relationship between them. Okay, the analogy between them, we call it characteristic quality. Okay, number seven, kind number seven, it is degree. Degree, you know the meaning of degree. Whimper and cry. Whimper and cry. So whimper is a little of a cry, and chuckle is a little of laugh. Also, if I say, for example, long, okay, and longer, small and smaller, so it is a degree. One of the word is a degree of the another. Okay, number eight, the kind number eight, function. What, you know the meaning of function. What is the function of pen, for example, is to write. What is the function of knife is to cut. So it's the function of something to do something else. Number nine, performer and action. This analogy, we call it performer and action. What the meaning of performer? Performer, it means who the man who does the action, the man or the woman or the human being who does the action. So this man do something, like for example, chef. Okay, chef cook. Of course, what's his action? He cooks. Okay, and the author, what's his action? He writes story. You can give more examples, like for example, teacher teach. Okay, teacher and teach, they have the analogy, performer and action. So this is the kinds, the ninth kinds of analogies. We have number 10 also, performer and object. Performer and object. We said that performer is the man who does the action, and how he does the action by the object. So someone work with something else. Like for example, the cashier, he works always with the cash, and the plumber, he works with the pipe. And you can think about many examples and give. Okay. This is, we call it performer and object. Action and object, this is number 11. Action and object. You know the action, you do something, okay? You do something to, يعني, to something else. For example, you are boiling. What you are boiling? You ask yourself the question starts with what? What you are boiling? You are boiling an egg. Okay, and you are throwing what? Throwing a ball. So boil and egg, throw and ball, these are, we call it action and object. Action and object. The last kind is number 12, location. This is very easy. Ask yourself where can you find the fish in the sea? Okay, where can you find deer? You can find the deer in the forest. So we call it, so the place, we call it location. We call it location. This is about the analogies and all the kinds of analogy. Okay, go to your vocabulary book, page 155. Page 155, and you will find the whole kinds. Okay, open your books. Yalla girls. These are 156. These are the all the kinds. You can find all the kinds here. We're gonna start with 158, lesson number 1. We will read the directions on each line Write the letter or letters that describe the type of relationship the words have to each other. Choose from the following types. Of course, we can't write all the whole letters. So every word or every kind has its abbreviation letter. Like synonym has S and function F, D for degree, and A for antonym, L for location, C for classification, BW part and whole, CE for cause and effect, and so on. Okay, so write the letters, only the letters. For example, number one, we'll start. Number one, conference and meeting. What is the relationship between conference and meeting? They are synonyms. Okay, has the same meaning. So where can you find two pairs of words that has the same synonyms? So like this, choose A or B or C or D or E. But not only you will answer this by tick the question or circle the correct answer. You will write for me all the analogies, okay? All the analogies between these two words. So you will write, for example, number A, core and apple. Core and apple, you know the meaning of core? Core, it's the part inside the apple, so it is part and whole. People and persons. People and persons. This is synonyms. So this can match with the question, conference, and meeting. This is synonym. So the same, SS. Old and young, antonym, firefighter, fire engine, firefighter and fire engine, former and action, performer and action, vegetable and garden. Where can you find the vegetable? In the garden, so it's location. Okay? Okay, number two, descendant and ancestor. You know the meaning, descendant and ancestor. They are antonyms, opposite in meanings. History and past, it can be synonyms and it can be a classification. A classification, what is the classification of past? It is from the history. So you can write both, no problem. Anger and rage, synonym, okay. Violinist, and violin. This is performer and object. He uses the violin when he is playing. So he is playing the violin. This performer playing the violin. So we say performer and object. Cup and handle. You know the handle. Okay. So it is a part of whole. Part and whole. Inside and outside, this is opposites, so we call it antonyms. So this will match with the question this. So we tick the answer E. Okay, doubtful and unsure. Doubtful and unsure. These two words have this is the analogy synonym. Number A, detective, investigate. Detective and investigate. This is performer and action. Non-fiction and fiction. Non-fiction and fiction, this is antonym. Hurt and harmed, the same meaning, synonym. So this will match for the question. So it's matching the same words, okay? So this synonym and this synonym, so tick or circle. Ignore this. Famous and celebrity. This is cause and effect. What is the meaning? If you are famous, if you are so much famous, this will cause you to be a celebrity. Okay, like Ronaldo, or like a famous singer, or like a famous actress. Okay, so cause and effect. Whale and ocean. Okay, whale and ocean. Where can you find this animal? In the ocean, this is location. And so on. I will capture the answers and you should study lesson number 1. If you have any question, text me, okay? And inshallah, I will explain it to you. Is it clear? Is everything clear? I wish you very, very nice day, happy day. Okay, study well. Best regards, teacher Mervat. Bye.